I waited in a stark meeting hall, clutching a worn-out shawl as my relatives divided my grandfather's wealth like scavengers on a fallen beast. Their mocking looks pierced sharper than the cold gripping my frame. Yet they had no idea, and neither did I, that this ragged piece concealed a mystery that would transform my whole life. My name is Steve Harlan. I'm 35, seen as a wanderer by many, barely getting by in a tiny apartment over a thrift store in Tacoma. The hum of glowing signs lulls me to sleep. The smell of engine grease rouses me each day. I operate a fix-it shop for vintage radios, mending antiques that sputter with echoes from the past. My routines are unhurried, my evenings even more so, but my kin? They're charged with energy. Charged with riches, charged with disdain, charged with the confidence that stems from ignoring costs. It was the start of November when the phone rang. My grandfather, Arthur Harlan, had passed away. He was my guiding light, the sole one who didn't view me as an intruder in his heritage. His loss wasn't merely sorrow. It was a blade, severing me from the only individual who gave me a sense of belonging. The attorney's firm in Seattle was a bastion of luxury. Transparent partitions, polished metal tables, atmosphere heavy with the aroma of wood varnish and superiority. My Uncle Lawrence dominated the table's side, his satin necktie shining like a weapon. His children, Claire and Marcus, huddled nearby, their gazes keen as fresh coins. They had come to seize their portion of Arthur's $10 million realm. Me? I was present because I was summoned, a faint outline in their glare. The space resembled a tribunal, and I was the defendant, not a beneficiary. Claire's manicured nails swiped her device, her grin cutting when she looked over. Marcus bent ahead, smiling as if he'd already pocketed his share. Lawrence's glare was icier, as though he was figuring out how quickly he could dismiss me. I remained seated, fists tight, my faded plaid shirt inadequate against the ice in their stares. The attorney's tone was monotone, enumerating properties, apartments in Bellevue, investments, a boat. Then he paused, turned to me, and announced to Steve Harlan Arthur bequeaths his aged silk shawl. Giggles shattered the silence. Claire's was sharp like shattered glass. A shawl, she remarked, tone laced with poison. Hope it warms you up while we're in Dubai. Marcus snickered. Pawn it. Could buy you a drink. Lawrence stayed quiet, just gazing, his muteness a mallet pounding the spike further. I held the shawl, its tattered borders coarse on my skin. It was presented in a plush container like a prize, but it struck like a blow. Why would he choose this? Arthur, who showed me how to repair radios, who quietly gave me $50 for overdue bills. Don't miss the complete story in the next short video. Channel link is provided below.